Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Immortality. In the last video, we carried on working through Ambrosio. Finally got through a lot of that. We're going to set ourselves back to our favourites. And yeah, no Ambrosio. So today we're going to be looking a lot more at Minsky. Loads for two of everything. So I say we're going to be looking a lot more at Minsky. Last time I said that, we ended up back on Ambrosio about 5 seconds later. So who knows? But let's get started with her second film. Also, side note, I finally started uploading this game yesterday. It's the first time I've uploaded it after a few days of recording it. And the amount of time, like, when you upload a video to YouTube, for those who don't know, you have to set your monetization and you have to set your advertising level thing, basically. And you have to say if there's any sexual content, any violent content, any controversial content, you know, about war. Just, there's about 8 different topics and you have to click the one that's most appropriate for your video. And I just click none of the above, because for most games, even a game that's a bit violent, you know, it's a video game, so it tends to not be a big issue. The amount of times I accidentally upload it, because once you submit your monetization, it's locked in. You cannot change it once it's submitted. I uploaded, I think, 4 or 5 times one of these videos and had to re-upload it, delete it and re-upload it, because I forgot to set the, well, the sexual monetization levels, basically. And if you don't set it correctly and YouTube finds it, then you can lose your account and all this kind of jazz. So, anywho, off we go. Oh, we saw this one. Just gonna zoom forward. Oh no, we didn't see this one.
Oh, you are a natural. Just don't kill me like you do the artist in this movie.
You'll have to cut that out.
Oh, is that a twist?
No, I like to keep things ambiguous. Speak of the devil, artist himself has arrived.
Good to see you.
Who are you?
We're done.
I don't recognize you at all. Interesting.
John. Hello, everybody.
I'm just gonna click your face a couple of times. I think that's a good habit to get into. Who are you, strange man?
Drop into bed.
Last time, I promise. Okay, that's probably it anyway.
Take a look at my handiwork. You know, I have played an artist twice before.
Oh, he's the guy playing
I'm already pretty damn
Minsky.
good at pretending how to paint. Oh, no. I prefer the illusion.
Douglas.
Enchanted. You know, I will take advantage of you being frozen in place to steal a kiss. I have heard great things about you. I can see they're all correct. You know, John, I did meet Picasso once before. It's very short and rude. He did do me a sketch on a napkin. I'm just waiting for him to die, so it'll be worth something.
You don't care for it.
Oh, no. I am not a fan of cubism. It just seems inherently wrong to take a beautiful woman and turn her into a bunch of triangles. Got that from your documentary. I don't want to be dismissed as a cultural heathen. You know, John, I was thinking, I'd like to make a few requests. Since this film is named after him, I feel like we should make Minsky a little more sympathetic.
Don't mind if I do.
You see us, Doug?
Okay, we've seen this one before. So this... Well, I'll just carry on for a sec. So, that guy there is Douglas. Now, of course, we heard about Douglas during the after party for Minsky. Well, it wasn't the after party. It's the one where they all sat down. I don't know. Obviously, we don't have it anymore because we've seen it. So it's not the favourites. I mean, obviously, we do have it. But basically, he's the one playing Minsky. And they called him a genius or something. I can't remember, but they were bigging Douglas up, if you remember. We saw that really early on. All the cast were there chatting about the film. I don't think it was an after party. It may have been during, because Carl Greenwood was still alive. But him, having never met Marissa before, clearly, goes up and kisses her because she's not allowed to move. Again, a little bit creepy. I think the game is definitely trying to go... I really need to disable those. the game is very much trying to make a comment on the overt sexualization and kind of diminishing of actresses as, you know, or women in general as like real human beings, especially, you know, back in the day, but still a thing. Anyways, let's carry on. I'm gonna grab your face. Is that Carl?
You're lucky I can't reach.
Oh no. We got a new Ambrosio. Oh no. Oh, so this is what... So Carl looks a little hippy-dippy in his, like, default form. And then they've obviously cleaned him up for the film. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, this chair over here.
Cut to a little while later.
I think that's new as well. The music's getting a little ominous. I wonder if that new clip we got is an ominous clip. Okay, that was weird. I think the game really wants me to watch this clip or something. I'm pressing the favourite button, and it keeps kicking me back to this. How we? I mean, you know what? I'll just bloody watch it, shall I? that's new as well. Oh my god. What's going on with my favourites? Why aren't they working? Okay, that was very strange.
So, this is a chemistry test, Mr. So, this is a chemistry test, Mr. Greenwood.
Usually when I do a chemistry test, it's to see if the girl works with me. I feel under pressure.
You can relax. You're clearly very handsome and charismatic.
Thank you.
Do you think you can find a connection to the character?
To Goodman? Yeah, I'm sure.
Because Goodman is... well, Goodman is the one being seduced. But I guess you are more familiar with the role of the seducer.
Look, I can act. I wanted to do this picture because I wanted to do something a little different. I feel like if I don't show the other side, I think with the whole studio setup that's on the way out. I don't want to do historical epics, you dig? I want to get in this new wave.
Has a woman ever said no to you, Carl?
And meant it? No, I don't think so.
What do you think about New York?
Oh, it's a dark kind of place, isn't it? Look, I'm a California boy through and through, and I know there's an after dark kind of thing you can point to there, but New York, it's a scary place. Driving in from the airport, I felt like I was descending into hell. It's exciting. Are we gonna run a scene?
We could. But I like getting to know you.
This is the scene.
Why did you agree to come out here and meet?
Well, to be honest, I heard Mr. Durick here is hot shit, and Douglas Simons has signed up. I see there's something happening here, but mostly I said yes, because you were a part of this. I think you're going to be a huge deal, Miss Marcel.
Do you know how to kiss, Mr. Greenwood?
Yeah, I believe I do.
I think there is chemistry here.
Considering that this is her second ever film, she's really come into her own, to say the least. Oh my god. Hello. Unexpected face.
Alright, we're just going to roll on this one. And action.
Satan's trick is that these pleasures, which at first may seem equal to that offered by God in heaven, over time reveal their emptiness. Regret and guilt are the only pleasures left for the harlot and the whore. That magic that the poet speaks so highly of is soon just the rotting of animals in the street.
You're thinking about the incredible sex you had last night. Robert, quick, come over here so she can look at you. Go.
Satan's trick is that these pleasures which at first may seem equal to that offered by God in heaven, over time reveal their emptiness. Regret and guilt are the only pleasures left for the harlot and the whore. That magic that the poets speak so highly of is soon just the rotting of animals in the street.
Oh. Vibrating. Wait.
I watched Robert and Sophia. I was not jealous, but what they had looked delicious. When I kissed Robert on camera, I could taste Sophia in his mouth. And I enjoyed the simplicity of it. Just two beautiful people, young and healthy enough that they felt immortal. I don't know if I wanted to spoil it, but I wanted to be in it. Whether I'm fucking or being fucked. I take more than I give. There's no reproductive aspect to sex. It's purely consumption.
Okay. It's interesting. She talks about Robert and Sophia. Now, I believe Robert is... Again, she's talking as though she is Marissa, because Robert is the long-haired guy, and Sophia is the woman who plays... the one I keep calling Rosario. She's not called Rosario, she's called something else. But you know who I mean. The woman who Robert assaults, basically. The one who Marissa originally auditioned for her part. So she's talking as though she is Marissa. And actually wants to... at the very least be part of Robert and Sophia. Because we saw Robert and Sophia flirting, and they're clearly a couple. And this is despite Marissa clearly hooking up with Durick at this point during Ambrosio. I do get the feeling that this woman, this creature, whatever the situation is meant to be, she is at least a reflection of Marissa's subconscious, and maybe the way that she's coming more and more to the fore is why Marissa is so much more confident and domineering just in time by the second film, never mind this one. Anyways. Also, I just uploaded episode 4 and I said in that episode, like, I finally I was going to call it like a mastered scrobbling finally, so I was really apprehensive that when it came to this one that I would just screw up instantly, but it does seem that I figured out how to actually make it work.
That work, John?
We got it. Cut. Marissa, you're done for the day.
You sure you don't want me to hang around?
Just sleep. $27 apples, take one.
I think she wants to hang... So, I'm assuming she wants to hang around just because of what we just heard, and that she wants to kind of get hooked into Robert.
41 apples, take one.
Have we seen this one? I don't think so. See, I said this would bloody happen. I bloody said this was gonna happen. Curse you, Ambrosio.
We're rolling.
Oh, that's early as well. Very interesting. That's our first Minsky clip.
Good to go.
Sure. Wait, why don't we make it cute? Follow me. This is John Durick. He's the director of photography. He paints...
No, he's going to be into with everything. And then he dies.
with light. Why don't I go here?
Shouldn't I be sat where you are?
Oh, no.
Careful with her. She's going to extract a confession out of you. She's very persuasive.
You're lucky I can't reach you through this grill.
How is filming going?
It's got another one.
There's a chain. It's very visible if you're sat outside of things. Arthur Fischer and John Durick run that chain. Ideas, traditions, technique, organic matter gets passed along. Fischer passed me on to Durick, where Durick took me, or I chose to go, it's hard to say. They both wanted to claim me as theirs. There's a life cycle to an artist. And it's very important to get the timing right, to prove, to use one to fertilize another. With John, it was the first time I put myself into the chain.
There's a life cycle to an artist. The chain passes. Are we talking about how artists are commodified and like you're the hot new thing? You get passed around and then inevitably you wither and decay and then a new one comes in, right?
Through this grill.
How is filming going?
I'm really getting into the character. I think Temptress is a job I can get behind.
How have the Italians been treated? Okay, cut for a second, Mike. I guess they want us to clear this area.
We're spoiling our fun.
She really came into her own very quickly, didn't she? As I keep saying.
41 apples, take one.
I'm gonna miss the apple guy.
Into the... Marissa, you good? John, can I have my lead actress for the shot she's in?
Still rolling.
And... action.
Follow me.
And cut. Happy, John?
Ecstatic.
Good. One more to be safe.
You're scary. You're extreme.
There's a chain. It's very visible if you're sat outside of things.
What's going on?
Arthur Fischer and John Durick run that chain. Ideas, traditions, technique, organic matter gets passed along. Fischer passed me on to Durick, where Durick took me, or I chose to go, it's hard to say. They both wanted to claim me as theirs.
I'm just watching it again in case it continues on afterwards, basically.
There's a life cycle to an artist.
Like if you watch it multiple times, you get more each time.
The timing right, to prove, to use one to fertilize another. With John, it was the first time I surfaced, so no, with John, no. With John, no. Fertilize another.
Okay, no. Strange. Anyways, Minsky.
Based up the...
Grab some faces while we're here.
I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see.
I feel like we've got so many clips of Minsky. So, as I've mentioned, my plan for this series was very much to, it was going to last for 5 episodes. The idea was 5 episodes. This is episode 5, and we've basically done a single of the 3 films. People have said if you basically, I think what a lot of people do is just don't watch the clips. You just kind of click the things, and that takes you to a new clip, and that takes you to a new clip. But I kind of want to watch everything, so Slime Rancher is going to start late. It was meant to start tomorrow, and that's just not going to happen. But I don't want to triple episode. I don't know. I'd rather just wait. It's not that big a deal. I'm enjoying this a lot.
Patrol cars.
Oh, hey.
right.
Mirror alert.
Okay, when the lieutenant's off.
That hair really isn't good for her, though. It's gotta be said.
Polaroids from the warehouse. We come out. And go.
They stuck these on all the patrol cars on 6th Street. It's not a good look.
They're trying to piss us off.
Well, it's working.
You like all this art stuff, right? Minsky, too?
What does it have to do with anything? I was there following up her alibi.
You're saying her to avoid saying her name. She's under your skin already. Again.
I was there following up her alibi.
Look, if you want off of this, you can. Walker can take primary.
It's clear the girl did. Franny, her alibi's crap. A bunch of junkie artists. They don't even know what week it is. His dick was chopped off. Of course it's the girlfriend.
I deliver deliver it to the lieutenant, but hit Goodman on Franny and girlfriend.
It's clear the girl did it. Franny? I mean, her alibi's crap. A bunch of junkie artists. They don't even know what week it is. His dick was chopped off. Of course it's the girlfriend.
No, it's my case. There's no evidence she did it.
But there's none that she did.
All right, Goodman, regain composure. Being calm is your superpower. You got this.
So I work the case. It's what I do. If you're done wasting my time, it's what I'd like to get back to.
This is a red ball. I had the mayor and his cultural commissioner chew my ear off. Don't screw me on this one, Goodman.
I got his diary. The killer's in it, I'm sure. He was meticulous with names. There's a code in there, too. I haven't figured it out yet.
But you will. I see that in your eyes. And a Ruby?
Knock, knock. Can I borrow Detective Goodman?
Hello, Ruby. You're a new character.
Sounds like a movie name.
I'm not sure we saw that one. We definitely saw something similar.
Yeah, he's all yours. Ruby, who do you think offered the artist?
Mr. Minsky?
Yeah.
His girlfriend?
Walker smiles at Goodman. And we cut.
Okay, so I kind of it's interesting because I know Ambrosio like the back of my hand. I could tell you like the entire plot of Ambrosio. Minsky we don't really know, and two of everything we know even less, I would suggest. So I kind of need to like clear Ambrosio for my head a little bit and try to get into the Minsky mindset, as they call it in the clubs. What we do know is that she was his muse, right? Minsky's. And Minsky's been killed and had his dick chopped off, as per usual. Goodman and her have struck up a relationship. I don't know if the police know about that yet. I suspect they don't. And he's investigating Minsky's murder, which she's obviously under suspicion for, but obviously he does not believe that she did it. I think that's basically the information we have at this point in time. Let's go! The hands have it. The hands don't have it.
Scene 1, rehearsal. Floor of Minsky's studio.
Why don't we have clappers anymore?
We pan across.
I assume the reason the clapping and the noise is for audio syncing reasons, right? That's why you do it on YouTube videos. I used to clap at the start of a video so I could sync up video and audio. Because you want your video and audio on different tracks. Well, no, what you want is two audio signals on different tracks. So you clap to sync them up. Is that what I'm on about? Yeah, it is.
You're breathing. See the feet of a naked man up his legs. A woman. She rocks on top of him. Her hands on his chest. To his face. His hands are tied off screen. His face is covered in plaster with a breathing tube. We sit on this strange face a while. Above this, we see our titles.
Got it.
Don't start doing this again, game. Thank you. Minsky's not impressed.
No.
I remember this guy as well is seemingly a legend in the acting world. The guy who's playing Minsky. What's his name again? Douglas?
I prefer the illusion.
Oh no, where am I back?
Mr. Director, are you sure you want this naked?
Of course. It's erotic.
I think that might be the problem.
There's nothing erotic about a naked man.
You think?
Male body looks best clothed. Well, the female? It's another matter entirely.
I disagree.
I've made a lot of movies, John. So I have some experience here.
We're making a different type of movie.
It's always shock value at first, and things settle down. Seen a few new waves in my time.
What an annoying person to work with. Making off Minsky. So this is interesting. We've got these... I'm vibrating a lot. Why am I vibrating? We've got these... What did we have for... Well, we had the interview after Ambrosio. This one we've got like a behind-the-scenes making-of documentary being filmed. Oh, grab that one. I'm guessing that's the actual scene. But he is naked, so he didn't win. Oh, it's this one again.
Olga was 15.
I wonder if this is actual film.
I'll be here.
Okay, I think we've got enough.
Rehearsal, scene 29.
Minsky studio. There's a heater in the middle of the room. Goodman, you're drying out.
I thought Carl was playing the heater.
Half dressed from the chase in the rain, half in your drag from the club. Brandy approaches, wrapped in a big sheet with a bundle in her hands.
Decadence suits you.
You think Olga did it?
I lied about burning her letters. I told Minsky I did, but I kept them. Wanted to preserve her voice for posterity.
What's in them?
She loved him. She begged him to take her back. But she also remembered the bad stuff. She gave a necklace he made her as a gift to a friend. He was so angry he put a cigarette out in her face. If you look in his green portrait 32, you can see the burn mark. He painted it in. Olga was 15 when they met. In the same way he repainted and repainted to reduce his paintings to pure form, he broke his girls down until they were the forms he wanted. But when he's done with you, you have nothing left. The rest of the world is just negative space.
Was he done with you?
No. I was different. I was done with him.
You slowly, tenderly make love, sitting up in the glow of the heater. Okay, let's make this exploratory conversation. Marissa, how would you want Carl to touch you if this were you?
He should kiss my neck and shoulders, then pull my hair.
Carl, how would you want Marissa to touch you?
This is all good. I mean, let me think about it, okay?
Goodman looks out the studio window. He stops. Sees Olga in the window across the street, looking directly in the studio. Goodman is dumbstruck. Sorry, I was trying to react. And we cut.
It's interesting because he's like a good-looking guy. He's going on about how he doesn't struggle with women and all this kind of jazz in that interview we saw in the chemistry test. But he's clearly super awkward around Marissa. But why? Is it because he's into her, as we kind of saw in the past? There's a little bit of a thing there. Maybe he's into her, but he doesn't want it to be obvious because obviously her and Durick are together. Are they still together at this point? I don't know. I don't know.
Granny expanded her.
More rezzles?
This isn't like the end.
Give me your face back. Never mind. I'm done with your face. Never again.
Alright, scene 14. Marissa reading for Susie's part. We cut the interrogation room. Pieces of photocopied diary. Pages stuck to the wall behind Goodman. Frankie Santora. Goodman's waiting for an answer. Opposite him, Holly Honey. She's pretending to think about the question.
Frankie could be a woman's name or something else. A lot of people come and go in our crowd, but I don't remember a Santora.
What kind of people?
People who work in the arts. Painters, sculptors, models, murderers.
Minsky ever get into anything with anyone at the warehouse?
Minsky didn't come in that often. He looked down on us. I even told Franny to stop coming by. He took her under his wing when she was 17 and didn't want us expanding her horizons too much. Franny expanded her own horizons plenty. She was already painting before she met him.
Minsky Franny ever mention Frankie? Santora?
I told you I never heard that name before. But everyone has more than one name. I wasn't born Holly Honey, you know. Frankie Santora sounds like a drag act or a gangster. Maybe you should try Club 88. Plenty of both there.
And cut.
The real Susie will be far worse. I'm just warming you up.
Yeah, he's clearly pretty damn awkward about the whole situation. She's very much using her sexuality to, I don't know, to get ahead, to imbue the character, to make people awkward. Maybe all three. And that's not a criticism. At the end of the day, if that's what's expected of you and that's how people got ahead in the world, it's not her fault, it's the system's fault more than anything. People are like, oh, I shouldn't do this. I mean, if I could sleep with my boss for a giant promotion... No, I don't think I'd do it, but still, that's neither here nor there. I can see why people do. It's all about the power dynamics. Anyways.
See you at the station.
Oh. Of course, because it's a photo of me. Oh, that's really obnoxious how that worked. It's a photo of dead Minsky. I don't think she's in that many scenes. Also, I think that is the one we've seen before.
Rehearsal, scene 31, Olga's apartment. Team of 2 detectives and Ruby are searching the place. Ruby points Goodman to a collection of photos on the wall.
Art appreciation time.
Collage of nude male body parts with Minsky's face on it, where the genitals should be a splash of red.
Does this work as confession?
It's art.
Also?
Holy shit.
Find a basket.
Still looking.
Wow.
I thought I told you to keep it right.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you at the station tomorrow. You got this, right?
I am ready to wake up from this dream.
Alright. When you walk out, let's figure that out.
Yeah, the script says I hold her hand, right?
Exactly.
Would I do that? Is it like a boyfriend, girlfriend? Is it like a parent dragging a naughty child out there?
Can I put my hand out for you to hold? I'm the provocateur.
I like that.
That's right.
I'll see you at the station tomorrow. You got this, right?
I am ready to wake up from this dream.
I like it. Right, we want to amp up the coziness as much as we can. We're about to hit him with a Goodman apartment sequence. Right.
Okay. I have very little to say about what just happened. Also, Goodman looks better without the beard. I've got to say, I don't think that about many people. I'm a big pro-beard advocate. You know, I march in the rallies, but he looks better, clean-shaven, all-American apple pie kind of guy. Who's this? Who is that bloody knight? No other knights exist. It's the only knight in human history.
26, we'll just run through the beats here. We've come from the bathroom sex. Goodman runs out here into the club floor. Olga is already on the dance floor, headed for the back.
Oh, she's Olga. Saw that one. She's got to be in more scenes than this.
Exit, pushing past the dancers, knocked left and right, struggles, Franny is behind him. Olga is out the door already. Goodman pushes off the dance floor, sprints to the door, blam! Into the alleyway, it's raining. Goodman takes Franny's hand, and they chase Olga's silhouette as it leaves the alley. Bursting onto the street after Olga, Olga heads down the subway. They chase. Goodman falls. Franny pulls him up. We cut into the subway. Goodman and Franny run out onto the platform just as the train starts to pull away. Damn it! Forget about Olga. Take a look at each other. See that it's funny. In your club clothes, half dressed, soaked to the skin.
Soaked to the skin?
Alright. We're gonna cut from this to you two.
It's gotta be a wig, right? I have no idea anymore. So Olga's alive, knocking around. Olga's the one who they suspect is murdered. I mean, it sounds, yeah, kind of like the kind of film I would expect back then. Right, here he is getting shaved for his big thing. Seen this one. Wait to start, yeah? Yeah. I'm worried that if I stop clicking, I mean, there's so many clips to watch. Right, I'm not gonna click. I'm not gonna click at all. Unless I see something totally unique. You know, like when the snake popped up and stuff like that. I'm not gonna click anymore. We're just gonna watch and talk, okay? I'm gonna stop clicking just for a little bit. Obviously not permanently, but we've got so many clips to get through, and I feel like if I keep clicking, we'll never get through them all.
Samson has been robbed of his strength. Do you feel like a new man?
I was starting to get used to the hippie look.
And now the shave. Your fans like you clean shaven?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a go? Mustn't cut his throat. We only have the ending, that's not enough. Just a nick. I'll grab a tissue.
It's not to be trusted, buddy.
Scene 42D, take 2.
Do you see? Okay. I mean, it's right there. I have my limits. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Action.
That's not how Carl holds a cigarette.
It is now.
No, we haven't seen this one. Just while I'm here.
Do you playing this for yourself?
Oh. And what I'm doing now is just keeping an eye out for ones that... items that I have never clicked before. You know what I mean? Of which there are many.
Cut. Leverage is strong.
I've got to say, the technology to do this is pretty remarkable.
Scene 42B, take SD. Moose Leader 42B, take 4.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, he's still not shaven at this point. I wonder if they decided to do that halfway through the film, at a certain point, or...
Alright, a way to run the whole movie in your head. Beginning to end.
Oh, okay, no, so, right, they said we've already filmed the ending. They can't kill you now. So they filmed the ending first, basically. So I'm assuming, basically, he becomes dishevelled over the course of the film, essentially. So, obviously, he starts off without the beard, and then he grows it at the end, but they filmed the end first, so he had the beard, and then they shaved it off. So this was filmed, obviously, before that last thing we just saw.
Leverage is stronger. A waitress?
I'll take that. What are you reading?
Embezzlement and white-collar crime.
Oh, that's no fun.
They're the real criminals.
I guess I like a juicy murder.
Ring. Hey, Goodman. It's for you.
Tell them I'm off duty. Somewhere I need to be.
Cut.
Check the gate, and that's a wrap for today.
Oh, that was so much fun. Fantastic to work with you, Mr. Greenwood.
You can call me Carl.
Yeah, a little. She's definitely a little. Back we go.
Background, stay quiet, ignore them. When we hear I'm a homicide detective, slowly start to look over and create a small buzz.
It's interesting because we're not really finding many of those rewind moments in Minsky. I'm wondering if it's a case of... Obviously there's like surface level clips and then there's slightly more obscure clips that you maybe have to jump through several other clips to get to via related imagery. That maybe a lot of the hidden stuff that we've been seeing is more in the later parts of the films. Or the deeper parts of the films, I guess would be the way to put it. Anywho.
Scene 4B, take 3.
Action.
Was he a genius?
Undoubtedly.
You think they'll still think that in 100 years?
As long as rich men like buying paintings of naked girls. Yeah.
What kind of art do you like, Miss?
Franny. I like art that touches infinity. This. Not this. I like fucking, I just don't think it's great art. Do you want to go get a drink somewhere else?
Oh, I'm working. I'm a homicide detective. I'm here because we found Minsky. Dead. I particularly wanted to tell you that before everyone else to see a reaction. He was a difficult man.
I guess someone will interview me for the book they write about his life. And I will tell them that he was okay. They won't ask about me.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
Yesterday, breakfast.
You two were lovers?
He was his own lover. I was his muse. First I stayed because he needed me to.
We should talk somewhere more private.
A bar.
The station.
Will you drive me?
I'll have an officer drive you. I'll walk you.
Cut. Love it. Love the chemistry. Should we do 2 shots on the side?
Oh, we're vibrating.
For that we got chemistry.
Oh, I'm excited about a Minsky rollback. Oh, hello. I like these ones more. That jump cut is really impressive.
You tamed fire, and then found a way to make it a pleasure.
Ruby.
So much. It's so good.
You hear that? We got chemistry.
Can we reset the champagne?
It's interesting because sometimes she just seems to be Marissa and she just takes her place, and sometimes she talks as though she's the devil or God or just some otherworldly force talking to us as though we are humanity. And same with the guy, you know, he's saying, well, I don't want your souls and stuff like that, and she's saying, you invented fire. Like she's an alien that's come to Earth and he's like, oh wow, humans, they do things. Things are cool.
I think so.
What is that?
22B, take one.
What is that in front of? Oh my god. Okay, that we have to click.
Okay, we'll strike that.
I've seen this one. That's new.
Action.
It's the kind of nonsense that an artist would have in their living room, it must be said.
Cue village?
Well, someone didn't waste too much time. Minsky's body is still warm.
Oh, sorry.
We're the wrong way around.
All right, keep rolling from the top.
You feel bad for the cameraman more than anyone who has to repeatedly film this bloody thing.
Action. Really?
Well, someone didn't waste too much time. Minsky's body is still warm.
You look different, detective. Did you lose your virginity?
Detective Goodman thinks that Minsky's ex is in town. Olga Rachnoff?
And here's me thinking this is a social call.
Is he still a cop?
I think so.
Have you seen Olga? I saw her at the Minsky show. She was wearing some special earrings, Minsky originals.
She's Minsky's type. Eastern.
Okay, we've seen this one. I mean, it was another one where I'd never seen the very start of it. I'm just trying to catch this last in the back. Or this, maybe. And I've just realised what that painting is. It literally just dawned on me because I thought, oh, she's just wearing like a bra, right? She's not wearing a bra. She's wearing, well, that's boob art basically. Is what I'm trying to tell you. She's new. Okay, so we saw that one ages ago, but again, we hadn't clicked at the start. Just because there's a few clips like that where I didn't really think to do that initially when in the playthrough.
Well, that's good.
It's interesting.
Do you like it?
TV, it's original, you know, we don't see many TVs. I've seen this one, unfortunately.
Good.
I'm very curious as to why Carl has to cross-dress for the film, however. Oh, because they're going to go to Club 88. Alright, okay, that'll be why.
It's wonderful.
Who's this? Fair enough, yeah. I can't complain about that one.
How is it being on the other side of the camera, Herr Director?
He thinks that if he gives you presents, he'll let him make you one of his superstars.
Andy, I do believe you've made John jealous with your gift.
Marissa was already a star before she came to town. I'm just being nice.
Well, that's good to hear. I intend to make Marissa a star for more than 15 minutes.
You boys, you're being so macho with each other. Why don't you just make it up and kiss? There is nothing more cinematic than a kiss. Kiss, 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 kiss.
Okay, no.
And I thought you liked blue movies.
No harm to the girl, but she seems unbearable. Like, oh, that, I don't know, just the way she acts, I just, it's not for me. But I'm very low key, and she's very not low key. She's living her best life though, and that's what matters. That's what matters. But I'm surprised because Durick seems very, very low-key as well, so I'm surprised they've combined in that way. Bit of a cliche though, isn't it, really? The director and the lead actress. Who are you? You? Let's grab this thing.
Don't have time for a cake.
I realised I said I wasn't going to do this anymore. But shush.
Scene 5B, take 1.
It's 5 bananas. Come on, lass. It's just not the same anymore.
Carl. Marissa isn't wearing any panties. Action.
Now you can proposition me.
You argued with him yesterday morning?
Most mornings. It was how he woke up. With a grudge and a heart-on.
His diary doesn't mention him, says you asked you.
I've been in a few rooms like this one. Hey, this is a nice one. You can break the forces of human civilization into two. One, the urge to control and to destroy. I guess motivated by fear. We can call that the law. And then there's the urge to create, to heal, motivated by love. The artist. Every important conflict in history comes down to the law versus the artist. It's hard because the artist acts as an individual, while the law as an army. If you don't love enough, it's easy to find yourself on the side of the law, even if you think you're an artist.
Very weird. There's another vibration within this vibration. But there's nothing happening. Whoa!
The ultimate form of control is incarceration. To have years taken from you is a greater violence than simple murder. I'd rather be executed than in prison.
Yeah, same.
The loss of freedom is felt more strongly if you're born with infinite freedom. I was once kept in the Bastille. Food was excellent, but I ended up begging for the guillotine, which was not as fatal as they would have you believe. You can judge a society by the quality of its executions.
French must be top-notch.
I've been guillotined, I've been drowned as a witch, I've been crucified. Crucifixion's a painful one. But the aesthetics of it are remarkable, which was the point. Fire is the killer. You don't come back from complete cremation, generally.
His diary doesn't mention any kind of argument on the days it does.
Do you need permission to read his diary?
No. We have to check in case he wrote and killed him.
You want to do what to me?
For the record, those words were deliberate provocation.
Ruby confirmed the cause of death. Asphyxia. She puts the time of death at 11 p.m.
Should I be hearing this?
Did we get it right?
Hey, I've been here for a few hours. You should arrest me or give me something to eat.
Where were you last night?
I was at the warehouse. It's a studio, a hangout, a party. I crash there sometimes.
Write the address for me.
Oh, that was so good.
Get us some food and take her home.
he a good detective?
He thinks he's the best.
Beautiful. Carl, I wasn't joking. Look at the table.
It's interesting that, because Durick and her are together, but Durick himself is clearly okay and wants her to provoke Carl. I don't know, I feel bad for Carl in a way. He feels like a little baby bird. And this older man and this younger woman, they're like a little unicorn couple at the bar who like his vibe and are trying to get him involved. Some people will know exactly what I mean. But, I mean, weirdly enough, more importantly, we had the little side thing. Again, and that was weird, because that was like 3 in 1. I had to keep scrobbling back in order to find the next one, and the next one, and then it kicks me back to the original, which it never does. So clearly she is supernatural in form, and she seems to be able to... Maybe that's her original form that we're seeing exposed by the camera or something like that, I don't know, or residing within the tape. And she clearly body hops, right? Or she clearly is passed down, because like we said, she was born, as in Marissa, at the end of World War II, so whoever this woman was last in obviously died in the World War, is what I'm assuming. I think the French girl. And she clearly gets passed on from one person to the next. Kind of consumes their personality. Maybe that's partly why Marissa had such a personality change. I'm trying to think. I mean, during the audition phase, when Marissa was super nervous, I don't think that woman ever appeared. But as Marissa became more confident and sexually adventurous and all this kind of jazz, that woman started to appear more and more. So I wonder if she came in at that point, and that's why Marissa's personality seems to shift so drastically in that first film. And it's all very interesting.
Thanks.
You know that's Marissa's fucking song, right? Scene 13C, take 2.
That is not for you to say. No gossip on my set, please.
No.
With Mr. Beer, bear with me.
There's a lot of Frankies in New York. I don't usually ask for surnames. Is he one of the Italian stars that Billy likes to watch for?
You tell me.
Do you like to watch detective? Seems like a very detective kind of kink, but you're not bad.
Detectives don't have time for kinks.
The job is the kink.
Frankie sent to work.
Still nothing?
Cut. Hey, can we go again? I was out there.
He looks a little there. He looks a lot like what's he called? Hopper from Thingy from Stranger Things. What's the actual actor called? Crap, I can't remember.
Oh, that was the last. This is a screen test for Minsky. When I call up your name, just tell us about yourself, and we will see if the camera loves you.
It's interesting because Carl mentioned during his chemistry test that usually he's cast, you know, as the lead basically in these historical epics. I get the impression, and then the actresses are cast after him, and it's basically which actress works best with Carl is who gets the job, right? Which is often going to be the case if you've got a lead actor or a lead actress. You're looking for someone who can bounce off them well. You know, you've decided on that character already. And clearly, Marissa, was chosen first for this film, which makes sense because A, she's sleeping with Durick, but B, because obviously Durick worked with her on the past film. I think she's still sleeping with Durick. I do get that feeling. There's no indication that they're split up since the last film anyway. And she was very complimentary about... She was very complimentive of him in that interview that she did, like that first video we ever saw. And clearly now everyone, clearly for all the people now, it's about how well they bounce off her as to whether they actually get the job or not. It's just very interesting role reversal. What's that? Looks like an elephant.
Portrait of the artist. Susie?
Susie?
Hi, I'm Susie. I am a wholesome country girl who came to New York City to make it big. However, I fell in with a bunch of degenerate artists and shucksters. They told me I was going to be a star, but they only play my pictures at the Times Square movie theaters. Don't give me that look, Drella. I think this could be my big break. I intend to...
Who's this in the background?
Steal the movie.
Eddie?
Let's try something. Yeah. If I see something interesting, I have to click it.
I'm Eddie, and I'm told I'm photogenic on account of my big brown eyes. I'm excited to meet Douglas Simons. Seeing him in a loincloth fighting gladiators was a big artistic influence on me growing up.
And I'm business.
Oh, what are we doing?
Big influence on
Yeah.
Stay away.
Do you know any artists that aren't disgusting?
Stay away.
What if she is trying to escape from him? So I'm going maybe a little off-piste here, but maybe she's hopping generation to generation, body to body, trying to escape from him. Because I don't get the feeling they're romantically entwined or anything like that. I get the feeling she's a little scared of him or a little off by him.
artistic influence on me growing up.
And I'm Debbie.
You didn't wait your turn.
I thought you were done. You're done.
Debbie, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm from a very well-to-do family back in France.
Faisais-il partie de l'Ancien Régime?
Ah, ma famille a rampé l'échelle sociale après que le guillotine finisse.
D'accord.
I moved to New York City with my brother after I was kicked out of school for trying to put on a play about the Jesus fucking Mary Magdalene.
I can kind of see why.
I make a lot of religious art, mostly centered on the body. I figure if God is anywhere, he isn't here. Is this a religious movie?
No, that was the last one.
Where you played the devil?
Where I played the devil.
Oh! Now that is a hell I can get behind.
I think you're all wonderful. John is going to love you.
We've made like no progress today. I really need to just click through the clips, watch the clips, and stop clicking onto other things. Just for a little while, just for a couple of episodes, otherwise we're not ever going to make any progress. I don't need more clips. My problem is I'll get to the end eventually, and then I'll be like, oh well, should have got more clips. But this will do for now. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, it was meant to end now, but we've barely got started on Minsky, and we've got all of two of everything to go, and inevitably there's yet more Ambrosio to be dug up eventually, so it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Slime Rancher will be after this series. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.